I lived the first 33 years of my life trapped in one of the worst kinds of darkness. No, I wasn't addicted or abused. It wasn't something that you could see from the outside. The kind of darkness that engulfed me masqueraded quite effectively as the light. It quietly stole my joy while promising to fill me with the world's approval. It promised fulfillment through achievement and success while taking small, indistinguishable amounts of my self-worth until it was all but gone. It promised true happiness and led me down a path of never-ending pursuits. And so I succeeded. I built a celebrity-endorsed New Age business. I published 2 New Age books worldwide. However, my long list of pursuits always somehow left me feeling empty, disconnected, and alone. Not so long ago, the idea of hell, Satan, and sin sounded radical and even a little bit crazy to me. But that is exactly what the enemy does, making truth seem ludicrous, judgmental, and closed-minded. The enemy makes a mockery of truth to make us blind to his lies. I was blind to these lies until my world came crashing down. My marriage ended, and as I sat in my bed crying one night, I prayed a prayer that I believe saved my life and my soul. I asked God to step in and save me. I didn't know what this meant, but I knew I could no longer run my life according to my own will. Soon after this, I met a man who is now my husband, and he brought me to this church. I thought it was nice that he wanted to go, as I believe myself to be a Christian too. But as I continued to come here, my curiosity grew. I started reading the Bible, and I spent the next year asking all the hard questions. I researched biblical archaeology and watched apologetic videos on YouTube, almost obsessively, to learn how the most difficult questions could be answered. I was completely humbled and in awe with what I found. Here was this book that had become so common to the world that it often becomes invisible. A book that had been written over the course of thousands of years by 40 different authors, and never once does it contradict itself. A book with both historical relevance and moral accuracy. Who other than God could write such a thing? For the first time in my life, I came to know the story of Christ in its full context. My wrestling led to an understanding of Jesus' incredible love for me and his plan for peace and resurrection in my life. In Ezekiel 36:26, God says, "I will give you a new heart and put a new spirit in you. I will remove from you your heart of stone and give you a heart of flesh." It's a funny thing to try to explain this transformation to someone, but by the power of the Holy Spirit, I have literally been made new inside. It has filled me with peace and a burning desire to know and live for God and experience his power. So today I am publicly choosing his power alone. I would also like to encourage anyone here today who is still maybe a little bit doubtful or doesn't fully understand Christ to read the Bible for yourself. Ask all the hard questions, and don't be too quick to dismiss things if they seem to offend or if they don't make sense. Today I stand here, a former New Age author who believed that all roads lead to God, to say that I am convinced through faith and fact that Jesus and only Jesus is God. He is my way, my truth, and my life. Thank you.